coming at you with a super exciting video. I just got the Master Palette by Mario by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I've been dying to try it. To be honest, at first I was like, no, I'm not going to get it because it's just neutrals. I have plenty of neutrals, but as soon as it hit the website, I bought 2 of them. So this palette is absolutely stunning. It has some really like rich neutrals, which I like, and as soon as I seen it online, I knew the first thing I would do was do a olive green eye. I love the color olive. But today's a little different because typically I come on camera, I already have my brows done, I've color corrected, but the good news is my skin is not as pissed off. I also haven't done my brows because I plan to do maybe a more natural brow. So I'm going to do my whole face and then do my brows kind of towards the end, which is something completely different than what I typically do. So I'm going to start by priming my skin, and as always I'm using my Nivea Post Shave Balm, and I just rub this in with my fingers. Nothing too fancy here. And to kind of fill in some of the bigger pores on my face, I'm taking my Dr. Brandt Pores No More, which I've been using for forever now. I absolutely don't use a full pump. I just use like the tiniest amount. And I'm just putting this in my T-zone where I typically have more visible pores. I do have all new lighting now. I even have a fancy light above my head. So I'm hoping my lighting looks good. If not, then I'll be pissed. So to prime my eyelids, you probably know by now, I always use a concealer, and I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape, which is my new favorite concealer. And I always recommend setting your base with a skin toned eyeshadow, and the one I'm using is W.O.S from the Naked Basics palette. So this is a quick little close-up of the palette. It is absolutely stunning. And for our transition shade, I'm taking the shade Isabel, which is this kind of warm peachy shade. Whoa, that was pigmented and really easy to blend out. Holy crap. And I'm just doing swirling motions to really blow this shade out. Now I'm taking the same shade on this smaller blending brush to work more in the actual crease. So I'm working that with a little bit more pressure. And I'm building up some intensity with this shade towards the crease because the next darker shade I'm going to go in with is pretty dark. And I don't want it to overtake the look. So next I'm taking this richer, more chocolatey shade. I'm not going to butcher the name, but I will. Violeta? Not sure. I'm just adding this to the lowest part of the crease. And it doesn't matter too much if it's overlapping on your lid, so don't worry too much about that. So now I'm going back in with that fluffy brush that we started out on, just with whatever products left on it from that transition shade. I'm going to buff that out. And the next shade we're going to use isn't very metallic, but I always really like to add this MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour extended eye base on my lids before adding anything kind of shimmery or metallic or anything like that, because I do have hooded eyes. I'm just going to add a very small amount of that on the lid. So now what I'm most excited about, I'm taking the shade Bronx, which is this really beautiful kind of satin olive shade. And I'm just going to pack this on my lid with a flat brush. And I'm adding this dry. I don't think I'm going to wet this shade, I just don't really want to mess with it. These shadows are absolutely gorgeous. And I've kind of been playing out the metallic lid on my channel, so I think we should keep with the more satin look. And I'm just going to blend out the edges with that MAC 217 again. So for foundation, I'm taking the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This is a liquid version. And I'm working this in with my good old trusty Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Make sure you get that receding hairline, girl. And I do have some under eye bags right now, so I'm just taking my NYX under eye concealer. I think this one is in the shade Fair. Just a more salmon tone concealer, which will help cancel out any purple under the eyes. And to highlight and conceal my face, I'm again taking the Shape Tape by Tarte. And I use the shade Fair, which is very, very light. And as always, I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Medium Beige and running it down the sides of my nose. And just mix it into all that so it defeats the purpose. It's fine. It's fine. And I use the backside to kind of tap around my nose as well. And to set those highlighted areas, I'm using my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder on a Morphe, I don't know what it's called because it's rubbed off, but it's a Morphe gunmetal brush and I really like it. Now I'm taking some Coty Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent just to make the lines in my forehead that I get when I make crazy faces. Could get Botox, but you know, in the meantime, this is what we're gonna do. Now to set my face, I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation Powder in the shade Cool Fair. So now that it's driving me crazy, I'm definitely going to do my brows. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 2. And I'm not going to do my typical more intense brow just because I don't want to today. I don't want to let Mario down, you know. And to just add a little bit more precision, I'm taking my Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color. This is a felt tip deal. And to lightly clean that up, I'm taking my Master Conceal by Maybelline in the shade Fair. This is just a concealer just to make sure everything's sharp, but I'm not going to go as crazy as I usually do. So I'm going back in with our M441 with no additional product. This is what we use the transition shade on, and just going to buff out the edge of where we added the concealer. Now for the lower lash line, I'm starting off with Isabel again on this random kind of brush from RC Cosmetics that came in a set, and just a denser packing brush. And I'm taking this from inner and outer corner and also being sure I connect our top lash line as well, or top lid, whatever. And just to make sure that none of the intensity from the olive shade was lost, I'm taking the shade Bronx again, and I'm just going to take some on my finger and repack it on my lid. And to highlight my inner corner, I'm taking the shade Fifth Ave, which is a metallic, kind of goldy shade. I don't know. And I'm taking this on a dense packing brush right on the inner corner. Just blending out the edges with my finger. And I do want to brighten up the brow bone a little further, so I'm taking the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette and just taking this shade China White, which is a matte white. Adding a tiny bit more of that dark brown shade just to pull it up a little further. Once I kind of put more makeup on, things start to become more full circle. So I'm just deepening that up a little bit. Now to finish up our face, I'm taking the Anastasia contour kit and I'm taking the middle shade, which is Fawn. And please, don't forget the jawline. Throwing a little tiny bit on the sides of the nose. For blush, I've been testing out this new Smashbox palette. It is called the LA Lights Palette Contour Blush and Highlight. And I'm taking the shade True Rush. Right here. Right here. I think this color will tie in pretty well. So something I am super excited about, this is the new Anastasia Glow Kit. This one is so much different than their other ones. They kind of seem to have a glittery texture, which I'm very curious about. I mean, I like everything that Anastasia puts out. I finally put my finger in it like 5 minutes ago and it had some glitter in it, so we'll see how it goes. It is an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I am so excited to start working with this. So I'm going to take the shade Snow and the shade White Sand and mix them together. Alright guys, moment of truth. That is very bright. I didn't know that white was going to be so intense, so I'm taking a little bit more of that White Sand shade to mix in. Holy crap, guys. This shit is intense. You see this? Do you see that? Whoa. I don't see any glitter on the highlight, however there's a couple of speckles of glitter that fell over onto my eyeshadow, so we're just going to simply buff that away. Yes, hunty, yes. I'm going to add a little bit of that White Sand on the inner corner just to lighten it up. And to clean all of this up, I'm going to add my baked beer that I like to do. This is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder again. And I'm not using a ton of powder just because I want this look to be a little softer. And I'm just going to pack a tiny bit of this powder just to clean up where I went a little too far on my eyeshadow on the side. And while it's baking, I'm adding my lashes. These are the Koko lashes in the style Marilyn. So my lashes are on, and now I'm just going to buff off this baked beard. Now before I add any mascara, I'm going to set my entire face, and I'm going to try to use whatever is left of this Max Fix Plus spray. With my eyes closed, I'm going to throw in some of my all-nighter from Urban Decay. Because I might take a nap and then film another video, and my makeup needs to stay. For the lips, I'm taking Jordana Lip Pencil in the shade Tawny. And then I'll add the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. I don't know. If I said Tawny earlier, I mean Rockin' Rose for the Jordana lip liner. So I almost forgot to highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow, so I'm going back in with the Glow Kit and mixing the same two shades we did earlier. And the last step, I'm just going to blend in my fake lashes with my real lashes. This is a L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. I hate it, but I just can't find my freaking mascara right now, and I'm really upset about it, actually. Let me get a bird's eye view on this bitch. I don't see it. So all I did was just add some mascara to my lower lash line, and that's the completed look. I am so excited about these new products. The Mario palette from Anastasia is absolutely stunning. I'm so impressed with all the shadows that I touched today, and I can't wait to keep trying it. And then the Glow palette, it is so intense. When I went downstairs to get some cotton swabs, I looked just like in, you know, natural daylight in my mirror. Oh my god. The highlight is so intense. I love it, I love it, I love it. If you made it to the end of this video, I did want to let you in on a little secret. I did buy another one of the Mario palettes and the Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm working up some ideas for some awesome giveaways in the future. I'm really excited about it, so I hope you get excited about it as well. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. My skin is starting to regulate. My skin is starting to become... What the fuck? Oh, shit. Skin powder. This one is in the shared. That's what I feel like that looks like. And just to set the concealer. What the fuck? And just to and now to warm up my skin, I'm taking my Anastasia. Am I up too high? Is this weird? I don't know. Let's get down. Oh, okay. With my light off, can y'all see this highlight though? I feel like I've been like talking to Snapchat. Missing two. And before I add any mascara, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm using my Marmad. And for the lips, oh, and adding one of the NYX Matte Soft Cream. What? And I'm adding one of the NYX Soft Matte Cream Lip. What? Get your life together. I almost forgot to highlight my nose and my damn lip. What the hell am I doing with my life? Just want my mascara. Is that too much to ask? God. Why is there mascara on my face? I'm slow-moing. Vacate the premises.
Eh?
I'm slow-moing. Vacate the premises. Did you get me some food?
No.
Oh my god. We're not friends.